The air in the palace is thick with heavy perfume. It is a suffocating sweetness meant to hide the smell of fear. You sit in a room that is more of a golden cage than a home. The silk against your skin feels cold. The servants moving in the shadows are not just attending to you. They are watching. They are memorizing your face. They are waiting to see if you will break. Outside these walls, the sound of the ocean usually brings you peace. Tonight, it sounds like the marching of feet. It sounds like Rome. You are Cleopatra. You are the Queen of Kings. You are the living incarnation of the goddess Isis. Yet tonight, you are simply a woman waiting for the end of the world. Octavian is coming. His legions are closing in on Alexandria. The man who calls himself the son of a god is coming to tear you down from your throne. But he does not just want your kingdom. He wants something far more personal. He wants your story. Rumors have been racing ahead of his army for years. They whisper that you are a witch. They say you are a poisoner. They claim you are a whore who enslaved great Roman men with sorcery and unnatural perversions. You look into the polished metal mirror. You do not see a monster. You see a tired scholar. You see a mother fighting for her children. You see a strategist who lost the final gamble. But the world will not remember this face. They will remember the monster Octavian created. They will remember the scandalous woman of the East. They will not just conquer your kingdom. They will parade your body and your reputation through the streets of Rome. They will strip you naked in the history books long before they ever touch you with chains. To understand how you became this story, we need to go back. We need to look at 5 moments in history buried under gossip. These are the intimate acts that define your life. They are not stories of pleasure. They are stories of survival in a world that wants to consume you. You are 18 years old. You are standing in the great temple. The incense burns your eyes. The chanting of the priests is a low drone that vibrates in your chest. You are about to be married. In any other life, this might be a moment of joy or nervous anticipation. For you, it is a political sentence. You are not marrying a foreign prince to secure an alliance. You are not marrying a man you chose for affection. You are marrying your brother. He is Ptolemy the 13th. He is 10 years old. He is a child who still needs guidance and care. Yet the laws of your dynasty demand that you become his wife. This is the first disturbing truth of your intimate life. Your body does not belong to you. It belongs to the state. It belongs to the bloodline. The Ptolemies have married brother to sister for generations to keep the royal blood pure. They say it mimics the gods. Isis married Osiris. Zeus married Hera. To the people of Egypt, you are not human beings. You are living divinities. But you are human. You are a brilliant young woman who speaks almost a dozen languages. You have studied philosophy and medicine. You have a mind sharp enough to rule an empire. Yet you are tethered to a sullen boy who hates you. This marriage is not sexual in the way the Romans will later imagine. It is something colder. It is a suffocating proximity. You must sit beside him on the throne. You must have your face carved next to his on the temple walls. You are trapped in a partnership with a child who is being poisoned against you by his advisors. The intimacy here is not physical. It is the intimacy of shared captivity. You watch him grow from a child into a puppet for your enemies. You see the resentment in his eyes when he looks at you. He knows you are smarter than him. He knows you are stronger. The eunuchs and generals whisper in his ear. They tell him he does not need a sister who acts like a king. They tell him to get rid of you. This is the reality of your marriage. You sleep with one eye open, not because you fear a lover's quarrel, but because your husband is learning how to become your murderer. The historians will gloss over this. They will focus on your later lovers. They will ignore the horror of being a teenage girl forced to play wife to a brother who wants you dead. This was your training ground. This was where you learned that intimacy is always a battlefield. You are 21 years old. You have been driven out of your own capital. Your brother and his generals have exiled you to the desert. You are gathering an army of mercenaries on the border. But you know that swords alone will not win this war. You need a miracle. You need Rome Julius Caesar has arrived in Alexandria. He is the most powerful man in the world. He has occupied your palace. If you can reach him, you might be able to turn the tide. But if you are caught by your brother's soldiers, you will be executed on the spot. This leads to the moment everyone thinks they know. The carpet, the rug, the sack. The story has been told 1,000 times. It is usually painted as a romantic comedy or a scene of erotic delight. The beautiful queen rolls out of the bedding and charms the stoic Roman general. But strip away the Hollywood glamour. Look at the reality of this act. It is terrifying. You are alone. You have no guards. You have no weapons. You are being smuggled into enemy territory inside a bundle of laundry or a rug. It is dark inside the fabric. It smells of dust and wool. You can feel the rough hands of your servant Apollodorus carrying you on his shoulder. You can hear the voices of the Roman guards demanding to know what he is carrying. Every muscle in your body is tense. You are struggling to breathe quietly. One wrong move and a sword goes through the fabric. One suspicion and you are dead. This is not a seduction in the way the poets write it. This is a desperate tactical insertion. You are using the only asset you have left: access. When the bundle is opened and you tumble out, you are disheveled. You are sweaty. You are gasping for air. You look up and see Caesar. He is an old man to you. He is 52. He is balding. He looks tired, but he is the only path to your throne. The intimacy of this moment is disturbing because it is a transaction born of necessity. You are offering yourself as an ally. You are offering your mind and your kingdom, and yes, you are offering your body. You know what men like Caesar want. You know that to secure his loyalty, you must bind him to you completely. You make a calculation in that room. You trade the sanctity of your private self for the crown of Egypt. The Roman writers will later say you bewitched him. They will say you used sex to cloud his mind. They cannot accept that a woman could negotiate with Caesar as an equal. They have to make it about lust. They have to make it dirty. But you know the truth. That night was not about passion. It was about survival. You walked into the lion's den and made the lion purr. You turned an invasion into an alliance, but the price was that your name would forever be linked to the idea of a temptress. You survived the carpet only to be trapped by the reputation it created. You are living in a villa across the Tiber River. You are in Rome. You are the mistress of the dictator. But more importantly, you are a mother. You have given birth to a son. You name him Ptolemy Caesar. You call him Caesarion, Little Caesar. This is the third intimate act that shakes the foundations of the world: motherhood. To a normal woman, a child is a blessing. To a queen, it is an heir. To the Roman Senate, your baby is a threat that could destroy the Republic. You look at your son, and you see the future. He has Caesar's eyes. He has your intelligence. He is the union of East and West. He is the living proof of your alliance. But to the Romans, he is an abomination. Caesar erects a golden statue of you in the temple of Venus Genetrix. He places you next to the goddess of love. He is saying that you are divine. He is saying that his son with you is of divine blood. The scandal tears through the city. It is not just that Caesar is sleeping with a foreign queen. Romans sleep with foreigners all the time. It is that he is acknowledging the child. It is that you are here in their city, acting like a queen. The intimacy of your motherhood is weaponized against you. Cicero calls you the queen with a sneer. He visits your villa and writes letters about how much he hates you. They whisper that you are trying to make Caesar a king. They say you want to move the capital of the empire to Alexandria. They look at your innocent child and see a tyrant in waiting. This is a deeply disturbing violation. Your womb has become a matter of state security. Your ability to create life is seen as an act of aggression. Every time you hold your son, you are reminded that half the world wants him dead. You are not allowed to just be a mother. You are the breeder of monsters. You are the foreign soil in which Caesar has planted a poisonous seed. When Caesar is assassinated, the knives are not just meant for him. They are meant for the idea of kings. They are meant for the future you were building. You have to flee Rome in the middle of the night. You clutch Caesarion to your chest. You realize that the love you bore for his father has placed a target on his back that will never be removed. The act of giving life has condemned you both to a lifetime of looking over your shoulder. The historians will argue over whether Caesar truly loved you. They will debate the paternity of the boy. They miss the point. You used your body to create a dynasty, and Rome punished you for it with terror. Years pass. The world has shifted. Caesar is gone. Now there is Mark Antony. This is the chapter of your life that is painted in gold and blood. This is the era of the inimitable livers. You and Antony form a society dedicated to excess. You feast, you drink, you stage elaborate spectacles, you dress as Isis and he dresses as Dionysus. You walk through the streets of Alexandria like gods on earth. The Roman propaganda machine goes into overdrive. This is where the most disturbing rumors begin. Octavian is in Rome, and he needs to destroy Antony. He cannot just fight a fellow Roman. That would be a civil war. He needs a villain. He chooses you. He takes the intimate details of your life with Antony and twists them into a grotesque horror story. They say you are drunkards who vomit at the table. They say you dissolve priceless pearls in vinegar and drink them just to show you can. They say you have enslaved Antony with drugs and love potions. They claim you engage in unnatural sexual acts that drain his manhood and turn him into your slave. They paint you as the whore of Babylon. They say you are a sorceress who worships animal-headed gods and engages in rituals of perversion. The reality is far more complex and far more tragic. You and Antony are playing a political game. The feasting and the dressing up are not just for fun. They are propaganda for your own people. You are showing the East that you are strong. You are showing them that life is abundant. You are building a legend to counter the grey austerity of Rome. But Octavian controls the narrative. He takes your private moments and turns them into crimes. There is a profound violation in this. Imagine your private life being read out in the Senate as evidence of treason. Imagine your love letters being stolen and forged and read to the mob. Octavian claims that Antony has lost his mind. He says Antony is no longer Roman because he is under the spell of an Egyptian witch. The intimate acts they describe are mostly lies. But they are lies that stick. They are lies that mobilize armies. You are no longer a person to them. You are a symbol of decadence. You are the chaos that threatens their order. The disturbing part is not what you did or didn't do in the bedroom. It is that your entire existence as a sexual being is used to justify war. Your passion is framed as a pathology. Your love is framed as a disease. You watch as the man you love is dismantled by these rumors. You watch him drink more to drown out the noise. You watch the pressure fracture him. You realize that you are not just fighting legions. You are fighting a story that has already been written. A story where you are the villain who must die to save the world. Now we are back in Alexandria. The end has arrived. Antony is dead by his own hand. He died in your arms. His blood is on your clothes. Octavian has captured the city. You are a prisoner in your own monument. The final intimate act is approaching. It is the most important one of all because it is the only one you get to choose completely. Octavian comes to see you. He is cold. He is calculating. He speaks to you with false kindness. He tells you that you will be treated well. But you know what that means. You know the Roman triumph. You know he plans to drag you through the streets of Rome. He wants to put you in chains. He wants the mob to spit on you. He wants to display you like a captured animal. He wants to strip you of your majesty and reduce you to a weeping spoil of war. He wants to turn your body into a trophy. You will not give him that satisfaction. You have spent your entire life using your body as a tool for your kingdom. You gave it to the dynasty. You gave it to Caesar. You gave it to Antony. You gave it to motherhood. But you will not give it to Octavian. You will not let him desecrate the vessel of the goddess. The details of how you do it are debated. Some say it was a cobra, an asp hidden in a basket of figs. The snake is the symbol of royalty. The cobra protects the sun god. To die by the snake is to become divine. Others say it was a hairpin dipped in a potent toxin, a poison you tested carefully on prisoners to ensure it would be quick and painless. It does not matter which method you chose. What matters is the choice. You bathe, you dress in your finest royal robes, you put on your crown. You lie down on a golden couch. This is a ritual. You are staging your own death scene. You are reclaiming your narrative. When they find you, you want them to see a queen, not a victim. There is a dark and quiet horror in this moment. You are 39 years old. You are healthy. You are full of life. But you have to kill yourself to escape humiliation. You have to shut down your own heart to prevent them from breaking it further. The act of suicide becomes your final act of defiance. It is the ultimate rejection of Rome's power over you. You feel the prick of the bite or the needle. You feel the cold spreading through your limbs. You feel the heavy drowsiness taking over. The fear fades. The noise of the world fades. For the first time in your life, you are untouchable. Octavian will come in and find a body. But he will not find you. You have escaped him. You have denied him his climax. You have preserved your dignity at the cost of your... This was the last intimate act. The decision to close your eyes on your own terms. Even in death, you controlled the scene, but even then the historians tried to hide the nobility of it. They romanticized it as a tragedy of love. They said you died of a broken heart. They tried to make it soft. They tried to make it weak. They refused to see it for what it was, a final devastating power move by a woman who refused to be owned. The story of Cleopatra is usually told as a romance. It is told as a tragedy of excess. But when you strip away the Roman lies and the Hollywood glamour, you see something much darker. You see a woman who was hunted from the moment she was born. Her intimate life was never private. It was political. It was strategic. It was dangerous. Her marriages were mandates. Her seductions were negotiations. Her children were targets. Her love was treason. Her death was an escape. Historians have spent 2,000 years looking at her through the eyes of the men who hated her. They obsessed over her beauty. They debated the size of her nose. They speculated about her lovers. They missed the terrifying reality of her existence. She was a genius trapped in a world that could only understand her as a seductress. They turned her into a cautionary tale, a warning to women who dare to want power. They said, look at what happens when a woman rules. Look at the chaos. Look at the depravity. They buried the statesman and built the whore. When you look at the legends of Cleopatra, you have to ask yourself a question. How much of what we know about history's most notorious women is the truth? And how much of it is just the gossip of the men who defeated them? How many other women have been turned into monsters simply because they refused to be victims? Octavian won the war. He became Augustus. He wrote the history books. He built the empire on the ruins of her reputation, but he failed in one thing. He tried to erase her. He tried to make her small. Instead, she haunts us. She remains. She is still the Queen of Kings, and her silence speaks louder than his legions ever could. If you want more stories of the people's history turned into monsters, seducers, and symbols instead of human beings, subscribe to Requiem of Thrones and tell us in the comments where in the world you're watching from today.